This podcast is intended for adults 18 years and older. It contains explicit language and sexual situations. All thoughts and opinions expressed are of our own and not of those of any specific group, employer, or individual, and is not intended to take as professional advice.
Welcome to the Foreplay Podcast. Join the journey, experiences, and sexual adventures of two high school sweethearts navigating through the swinging lifestyle as millennials. Come along for the ride. Dare to play?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Foreplay Podcast. This is Bella.
This is Jase.
Today's episode is all about how to decorate your door for a spicy cruise. Or you could also do this at a hotel takeover if you want to. Maybe you're going to a resort. It isn't as popular to decorate your doors outside of cruises. That's just something that's been adopted from vanilla cruises as well. But it's just some ideas that will get you brainstorming if you're wanting to decorate a door. And if you are listening to this on the podcast and you're wanting to see visuals, we highly recommend to check out our YouTube video. You can find that at foreplay.com/YouTube and go to our YouTube channel because we will be putting, while we're talking, different examples of the doors and of the different decorations and different products and things like that. And as well as if you are wanting to purchase any of the little items that we're talking about or any of our recommendations, we will put a storefront page together for you and put all the links there for you guys to easily find and get if you're wanting to know which specific items we were talking about. So let's go ahead and jump into the podcast. This isn't mandatory. I would say not a majority of people do, but a lot of people do decorate their doors, and it is a fun thing to be a part of if you want to participate in. And again, like I said, you do not have to. Don't feel like this is something that you have to add on to your list of things to get ready before the cruise. It's just a fun thing to do if you want to. And we do get a lot of questions on how to decorate their doors or some ideas on how to decorate the doors. So here is some advice.
In this, we're going to go over and we're going to talk about a lot of just the items that we use regularly for our doors, but then also talk about some of the things that we've seen other people do. There is so many ways you can decorate a door, but we're going to go over some of our favorites as well.
First thing is how to attach things to your door. And the number one thing is magnets. Get those hook magnets, get those little metal magnets, those like the little round ones. Those I think are by far the best ones, even more so than the black magnets. And they're so small and portable and easy to bring around. We recommend to get a big pack of those. And honestly, the ones that have the hook to it that can hold, some of them say that they hold up to 30 pounds. You're not going to need to hang anything that's 30 pounds on your door, but they are very sturdy and it's so easy to remove after, and you don't have to struggle or even worry about messing up the paint or the different doors and all of the stuff on the cruise. So you want to, leave no trace as much as possible. So we don't recommend any tape or anything like that. We highly, highly recommend just getting magnets because the doors and the walls in cruise ships are magnetic and they're made of metal. Another thing we recommend is getting museum putty. So this is a type of sticky tack, but it's less sticky, but it still keeps things stuck to the wall, but it removes very, very easily. So like I said, you're wanting things that is not going to leave any residue. You want to make it very easy for the stateroom attendants to, do their thing. And so not adding something like that they have to take care of, is highly recommended. And so don't bring tape or anything that will leave residue, and museum putty specifically I think is the best because it's so easy to remove and take off, and it really can hold up a lot of stuff, which you're not really hanging that many things. It's very light, so it is enough to do any of that.
So now we're going to go into some items that we feel like are really awesome for your door. I feel like one of the most basic ones that is one of the most useful is a whiteboard. They have so many different places that you can buy whiteboards, but we love to have one that you can stick on there, and there's so many different things you can write. You can use it for your own schedule, so you can say, hey, we're down at the pool, or hey, we're going to get dinner. Or we do stuff sometimes we'll write a different survey, or you can leave, or people can leave you messages. There's so many different usages for whiteboards, and it's one of our favorites.
The whiteboard is a dry erase board, so it doesn't have to be the color white if you don't want it to be. Another thing you could also do is get a piece of paper and then laminate it, and you can use a dry erase marker on top of that lamination. If you're using, we have lots of tips. As a crafter girly, I know so many tips and tricks and like DIY stuff. So I'm just gonna like add on to them as I think of it. But if you are using like a colored white dry erase marker and it gets like stuck on your board, use alcohol or like hand sanitizer to remove it, and it like will take it right off.
And that is the next thing, is a dry erase marker.
Yes.
We would recommend doing at least a couple different ones of these in case one runs out or one falls and get kicks down the hall. You know, you could always lose one of these. So having a couple different colors, there's tons of different kinds. They also have ones that have magnets on them. So if you want some just to hang on your door itself, you can. Or as we kind of go down later, ours is in a little container that we keep it in so that people can use it. There's a ton of different options. They also even have little metal baskets that are magnet that you can kind of stick different pins in and things like that, but definitely need a couple different dry erase markers.
Also highly recommend to get the dry erase markers that have the eraser on the cap. That is a big hack. Like Jase was talking about the plastic holders, you can just go to like any kind of container place that has any kind of container, right? And so then what we do is we, in addition to getting those magnetic hooks, we also get these magnetic clips. And so we'll just clip the magnets onto the little container, and then in there we can put whatever little things that we want to put in there.
The Dollar Tree is a really great
Yes.
place to get a lot of different containers and things to stick on walls and things like that, and they have those pretty much everywhere. So that's one good place to check if you don't have like a container store, is Dollar Tree has a ton of different stuff.
Inside our little plastic holder, it has 3 different containers. One, we put our slut cards. And so this in general is a popular thing to have on lifestyle cruises. And it's basically a business card of you and your partner that just has a picture of you and just how to contact you. So this is going to be useful for after the cruise, sometimes on the cruise, but if you're not using, like on Bliss Cruise, they have the Bliss Cruise app, so you'll be able to talk to people on there. But if you're on a different cruise, sometimes people don't have the internet package, so you can't really keep in touch or message people. So you can put your socials on there if you have that, or your phone number if you want, or your email, or your different dating websites, whatever it is that you contact people on, you can put that on there. Some people put a little spot for their room number, and so that way people, when they're walking by your door and they see your door and they see pictures of you on there, and they're like, oh, I'm going to remember this couple. They can either take your card, or you can also have it with you so you can give them out whenever you're meeting people as well.
Some people do some really fun little things on there where they'll have something like, we've seen ones like, oh, this is a golden ticket, we're interested in you, like
Yeah.
where people only give them out to maybe specifically people that they are interested in. Like there's a ton of different ways that you can do these cards as well. You can make them fun, you can make it have a riddle, I don't know, whatever you want it to do. You kind of make it personalized to you, which is what's cool, is it's a representation of you as a couple.
So we have our slut card in the middle, and we have a little sticker on there that says take a card, leave a card. So if other people want to put their own cards, we're able to see, and that's really fun. The other section, we just have a little spot to get some stickers. So we'll make some stickers, and sometimes they're different per cruise, but it's really fun to have those as well as a little freebie. And then the other spot, we just put the pens in there. But honestly, I prefer it to be magnetic. So I think I need to glue the magnets on there. And that's another thing too. You don't have to find these things that you have to put, like you can find the containers and then just glue a magnet on there. Honestly, that's what we should do. But instead of using the clips, that would make so much more sense as I'm making, and I could just glue a magnet onto the dry erase pad. Duh.
The next thing that we see a lot of, and we'll put in little versions of like what we do here, but is pictures of you or swinger related things. And so these could be all over the place. This could be big poster. We've seen massive pictures of people. We have a bunch of little pictures that we kind of hang out that are just us on different lifestyle trips, or us just somewhere in the world. And you'll see all different sorts of versions of this. You also see a lot of magnets on these that are like upside down pineapple magnets. We personally have some little laminated things that we print out that we can kind of move around, but just things that are, you know, sharing is caring, married with benefits. We'll link some of the ones down below that we've seen. A lot of people have these. The little magnets are one of the easiest things that you could do, that you could just put on there, and at least you have some sort of decoration if you kind of want to partake, but you don't want to full on like bring a ton of decorations. But really, I think one of the most important things with a whiteboard is like pictures of you or you as a couple. Sometimes it'll be an individual picture. Some people put really spicy pictures, so that's allowed on these cruises. I mean, you can kind of have the kind of pictures you want on there. And so pictures like that are really important as well.
And having your name on there, that is also another thing that a lot of people will do is, I think even just having like a sign that has your names on it and maybe where you're from and some pictures of you. And I think that is perfect. And you don't even need to go further out than that if you don't want to, but I would say that is probably the most popular thing to do, to make the most connections too, because then people are going to walk by your door and be like, oh, they're attractive, or oh, they look like somebody that we might want to get to know. And then they'll either can write on your whiteboard or maybe they'll leave a card. And so that's always really fun.
And some people have like the fancy ones. They're like neon. Like you'll see them glowing down the hallway and it'll be people's names. Or
yeah,
things
that's like
have,
advanced. We'll get into that next.
We also make some memes and put them on our door. We personally just make the memes ourselves because we think it's funny, and then we put them on our door. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people laughing outside our door at like the funny little just memes. And so you can do things like that kind of let people interact with your doors as well.
Again, as a DIY girly, all I do is print stuff that I want to put on my door and laminate it. And with that, then I just use a magnet to stick it on the door. And you don't have to make like the photo magnetic or anything, I just take the little magnet, the little circles, and just stick them on there. The newest thing, the newest addition that I have added on is a spinny wheel. And as we travel a lot, the things that we like to bring, I don't like a lot of bulk. So we need things that are easy to bring and light and don't take up a lot of space. However, I will say a lot of people who do go on lifestyle cruises do bring a lot of luggage, so that's completely okay. If you can fit a full-on spinny wheel, which we have seen before, it's literally how I got the idea, feel free to do that. But we want it light and easy. And Jase will put in a video here of how I did that.
So here's the mechanism on how I made this. It's really easy. So this is one of those hook magnets. I took the hook out, it's screwable. This is a Q-tip cut into thirds. So that has a Q-tip that's stuck in there, obviously with the Q-tippy part taken out. So you stick that in there. I put a little bit of sticky tack so it's really stuck in there. This is just printed out and I laminated it so then I could write on it. And then you just stick it, you make a little hole through here and then you stick it in. And then I use a perler bead. You could stick that there. I have another little thing here that I just printed out and laminated as well with upside down pineapple. It's the arrow. And then I put a little bit of sticky tack on this bead just to make it have like a stopper. And now, and it's really flat and easy to bring. Isn't that cool?
But it's just another laminated thing where I'm able to change out whatever it says on the wheel. And so that's really awesome and that's really fun. Another thing we love doing with the whiteboard now is doing a question of the day. So one time we had like threesome to foursome or orgy, which is 5+. And so it's fun to just have those kinds of things and make it interactive. And then we'll see our neighbors whenever we're walking out, and then we'll just always like talk about it. And it's so fun to do.
Yeah, we've had some people like, even on this last one that we just went on and did that spinny wheel for the first time, like, we spun the wheel and it ended up coming true.
Yeah.
And we do it all the time. We spun that wheel every time we left our door and every time we came back. Sometimes I would spin until I got what I wanted. Like, it's just a fun thing to be able to have people. And like I said, it's also a conversation starter because we've opened our door and people are standing there before and they're like, oh, we were spinning the wheel. It's just fun.
Another thing we've printed out is a swinger bingo. And so we just made a bingo card. And so we put it up there. Sometimes people will write their room numbers on there that will say like, oh, like this happened. So that's pretty fun because we can do like a group. It's like an interactive, like the whole floor or like the whole section of where you're in tries to get a bingo, which I think we should do that next time because sometimes we'll just cross them off because it's like our personal bingo. But I think it's more fun when we write the room numbers and then maybe there'll be more room so then more people can write their room numbers.
Yeah, we noticed in the past, like one time when we wrote a room number on there or one of our friends filled one out for us, more people stopped and added their room number. So you can kind of like do it how you want. Like if we're crossing it off, or you could write on there, cross off what you've done.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it whatever. So you can kind of get people to interact with your door, or if you want it more like to show people what you've done, you can have it however you want it.
Another popular interactive game is those magnetic poetry. Like they have like dirty ones now, spicy ones, where they have magnetic words and then people make sentences with the words. That's always really fun. We made a whole game before, but it's kind of it's not complicated. It's just like kind of a lot to put up there, and it's like a prompt, and then you have to find the different words to create a message to fill out the prompt. But it's kind of, we tried it once and it wasn't very popular, so
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by us, Bella and Jase. If you're going on a vacation, or maybe you have a gift that you want to give your other lifestyle friends and you're looking for lifestyle clothing, we have the best apparel on the market for you. We have not only clothing, bikinis, swimsuits, we have backpacks, tumblers, cups, anything that you can name, we probably have it. You can find that at foreplay.com/shop.
Let's say you're at a party, you're going on vacation, things are moving a little bit slow. Maybe you want some conversation to flow. Maybe you want to move stuff towards play. Well, we have the perfect game for you. It's called Foreplay the Game. It is a digital and physical lifestyle icebreaker game, and you can find out all about it at foreplay.com/games. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/games.
If you don't have a lifestyle vacation planned, a resort or a cruise planned, why not? You can join us. You can find that at foreplay.com/playcation. We have not only information about the events and trips that we'll be on this year, but also other options for you as well. And it doesn't cost any extra for you to book through our links, but helps us a lot, helps us continue to be able to make this type of content for you. Now back to the show.
We also have on our door a Kindle Fire tablet.
this is like advanced stuff. So don't feel like you have to do this.
Yeah, but this is one of our favorite things.
Yeah.
Essentially, we have a Kindle that it's just like a little tablet, and we made an album. Well, Bella made an album, and it's a bunch of pictures of us and our friends on lifestyle vacations. And we just have it sitting on some hooks, and we have a little bit of sticky tack on there to help hold it. And it just rotates pictures all the time. And once
It's
it
a
dies,
slideshow.
we'll go charge it again and then put it back out there. It is so much fun because you can add as many pictures as you want. I stop and I'll just stand there and look at the pictures. Like maybe I'm a little bit ready before you. I'll just stand and look at the pictures. Like, it's so much fun. It is advanced, but because it can charge itself, you don't have to have like wires running. Like once
Not
it dies,
charge itself.
or sorry, it doesn't have to be plugged in to
But
work.
you could plug it in too.
But it doesn't
like if
have
you
to be,
ever,
which is nice.
Yeah. And so that is like, there's not very many people who do that. We saw one person do that and we were like, oh, we're copying it. But she had a full on like generator. So it looked like she had like a huge battery that it was connected to the whole time. And we were like, I don't think we want to do that. So we just found, we had the Kindle Fire that just we never use. So like you can find tablets for very, very cheap. I think this was $50 whenever we got it.
a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time
it still
ago.
works perfect for this.
Yeah, so that is just like something out of the box that you could do. And you could put other fun things on there too. It doesn't have to be pictures of you. I don't really know what else you could. I know if I thought about it, we could think of a lot of fun stuff. The last thing that we use on our door is we put on these little twinkle lights. Ours have little pineapples on them. And so we just use, again, those hooks, and then we will wrap it just around the outside corner of the door. Whenever you are doing these things, we do recommend to, if you can, try to make it easy for your stateroom attendant to enter your room. So just so you're not making their job harder. I do know there's some people who kind of go all on, they put like balloons and all of these other things that if it becomes an obstacle for your stateroom attendant, that's something that we try not to do. So that's something that I would stray away from personally. But like our lights are just like on the outside border of the door where it's not affecting you opening it and closing the door. So
Yeah, we also have a few upside down pineapples that we hang from the ceiling. For example, with those, we normally, when the door opens inward, we put them pretty close right to our door, but we've had rooms where the door opened outward before. For example, then we move them out a little bit further where they're not in the hallway where it's messing with anybody. Also, the stateroom attendant can open the door without hitting those pineapples every time. So like Bella said, we just try to be like mindful of that when we're decorating.
And how we get the lights to light up is it connects via USB to like a power source. So we just have one of those power banks that we have externally charged, and then we'll plug it in. So it's like the ones that, if your phone dies, then you can plug it into a power bank. We just use that. And you could use that too for like the Kindle or for like the tablet that's playing the pictures. So those are things that you can think of like out of the box.
And the lights are really fun because if it's like late at night, you can just look and you just see your room glowing. You can see it from far away. We have been thanked by neighbors so many times for saying, hey, we always know our room is across from yours or one past, like all the time that happens. And so that's pretty fun as well.
And then when we take off the decorations the last day of the cruise, literally it's hard for me to find our rooms.
I'm like, what was the number again?
Yeah, I just never remember because whenever you walk, you can literally just see it lit up or you'll see our pineapples hanging. Next thing that's very popular are just little giveaways. So these are little freebies that people will hang on their doors, again, with those hooks. Maybe they'll put it on a bag or they'll have those containers that are just like stuck on there. So for people to take something, a little goodie out of. And so popular things are stickers, mints, very, very popular, candies, lollipops specifically, like blow pops, very popular, pineapple charms before.
Pineapple, anything really.
Yeah, anything
pineapple
candies.
candy. We've seen pineapple lip glosses or lip like chapstick.
Balms, yeah.
Like literally anything with a pineapple everything.
Yeah, pineapple everything. Literally just like pineapple trinkets. Like it's like that. It's like think of a little trinket that you can like put on your door and give away. There's lots of things that people will do for that, but the most popular ones are candies, mints, stickers.
We also see a lot of protection.
Oh yes, lots of protection.
I feel like there's tons of protection. That's very, very common.
Wipes and a lube, like little tiny lubes we've seen. There was a door that we saw before that had like a shoe rack. Like those shoe racks that are like a fabric that you would hang on the outside of a door. They had that hanging, and it was like create your go bag, and it was like create your emergency bag, and you could it was like Halloween. It was like trick or treat. You'd go through, get your bag. You could get some condoms. You could put some wipes in there. They had mints in there, scrunchies. I mean, like. It was incredible. I've seen people give away like emergency, like the powder, like vitamin C stuff. I mean, people really go all out.
You also see a lot of penises. So whether that is like a straw or a magnet or like we've seen tons of 3D printed ones that like move around or like whistles, like literally anything that is a penis shape as well, like magnets, like so many of those as well.
Like bachelorette favors. We'll see some of those things. Some other games that we've seen. Now we're just kind of like listing things, but I've seen like pin the penis on the person. Like I've seen that game like put up before. Sometimes there's
dartboard one time.
Dartboard, yeah. There's some people just like put dildos on there, and we will say when it comes to these spicy cruise doors, Bliss Cruise is where it goes all out. Temptation Cruise, not near as much. Desire Cruise was like none,
like 2% maybe.
Yeah, like nobody on Desire Cruise did it.
Also, sometimes you do see doors decorated at like hotel takeovers. So like Naughty Nolans, for example, it's not a lot, but there still is people to decorate for that. So like if you're going to some hotel takeover, you might still be able to decorate your doors as well. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not only cruises that do this, but it is cruises more than anywhere else.
I feel like I wouldn't like go all out at a hotel takeover or even
Unless
a
you really
resort.
like to, though.
Yeah,
because if it's just fun for you,
Yeah,
same
that's
with
true.
resorts. I've seen people decorate their doors at resorts. Like it's just if it's something fun for you to do. That's the whole point of theme nights or door decorations, whatever. It's for you and your partner to have something fun that you enjoy doing. So if you love decorating your door, hell, decorate it anywhere. Like decorate your front door. I don't care.
Can you imagine if our door because actually our door at our apartment complex right now is metal.
They
Imagine
had a
we
decorating
just
contest
they
one time.
did.
We decorated for Halloween.
I bet we couldn't just decorate. I bet that's like against the rules or
Maybe
something.
so.
I bet not.
Another thing we have noticed, I know Bella mentioned candy, but we've noticed that a lot of times when people are from different countries, they'll bring favors from that country. You see it a lot with candy specifically from different places across Europe. I've seen some from different Caribbean islands. And so people sometimes are like little flags. You see a lot of Canadian stuff whenever people from Canada.
Ooh, Australians.
A lot
Yeah.
of Australians. I've seen a ton of like koalas and things like that. So people also, if you've come from far away and you're coming to the US for a cruise, I feel like people will also decorate using their home country, which I think is really cool representation as well.
Yeah, we've also seen lots of little keychains people will give out. We met some Australians and they had those little koalas, and it was a keychain that you could put on something. So that's really fun. Other things we've seen are different flags. So people will get a flag and they'll just like hang it kind of like vertically. We've seen that. Sometimes people will bring inflatables, like literally like doll inflatables. We've seen balloons before, pineapple balloons. We've seen a whole. This is one of my favorites we've ever seen. It was a scene that our friends did it. We met them before. Did we meet them on a Bliss cruise or at a club?
I think it was a Bliss cruise.
Maybe it was a Bliss cruise, but we've known them for a while. I think we met them on our very first Bliss cruise. But they brought different Barbie dolls and they dressed them up like in these like kinky outfits and then made a scene, like did like a BDSM scene on their door. Like it wasn't on the door, it was like on the side of the door. So like, because you can extend your, I guess, decorations off to the side onto the wall if you wanted to. I wouldn't like make it go down like super far or anything like that. But that's a really fun thing that I've seen, that they like made like little tassels and little accessories, and like they made like the makeup, all mascara was everywhere, and they had like a Ken doll getting spanked. It's so funny.
We've seen people also talking about like kind of like the down the hallway make like a cross, like the BDSM type cross.
Like the X.
Yeah, we've also seen people do like tassels and streamer type things, so almost make like a photo backdrop in the hallway. One time we saw somebody that had like a QR code where you could take pictures in front of a backdrop and like send them in if you like. People make it really interactive, and everything's fun because it's all optional, right?
Yeah. Imagine if they took the picture and then it like went onto the tablet. So then like a photo booth.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be a lot of work.
That would be a lot of
But
work.
like I said, that's what's so cool is every single one of these things, it's like whatever your mind can come up with, people have like done really cool stuff.
I just thought about this, but I think this would be so fun. Okay, imagine you got a disposable camera and then you stuck the disposable camera like on a little coil thing so nobody just like took it, right? I mean, I guess they could still take it, but hopefully they won't take it. But so you put the disposable camera, I guess on a coil thing, or I guess you don't have to, but then it's connected to your door or your wall with a magnet, and then people take like selfies in front of you, and then you get it to like developed. Isn't that so cute? That'd be so fun. I don't know how many people would just like want their pictures.
Or even like a Polaroid.
A Polaroid, but then
instantly.
they might. Yeah, I think
Well,
I've seen that
they
before.
They wanted it. They could have it. If you
Yeah.
wanted to leave it, you could. Like, or you could write there, right? Like, take a picture and leave it, or take a picture for yourselves. Like, whatever you
Yeah.
want, you can kind of just make that happen. And that's what's so cool and so fun.
A little digital camera would be really cute to do like that. I really want to do that. That sounds so fun. If you made like a photo backdrop and then like you had little digital camera that you kept there, that
Yeah.
maybe you could keep seeing, or maybe you like write down your email or something, or like you leave your card and then they can send it to you. This is a lot. This is like a 7-night cruise thing, right?
I'll also say that I wouldn't leave anything crazy expensive out there.
No.
We have never had anything taken. I think one time we've lost a whiteboard marker. Maybe that, I don't know if it got taken. But everything, like the tablets always say out there, we've never had any problems. But I mean, use common sense. Like I wouldn't leave something crazy expensive out there because you never know. But it is such a great community that I don't really ever get nervous about leaving stuff out there. So just, keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's at your own risk. So like, don't put your favorite expensive dildo out there. Like it's like
But the truth
nothing
is,
like
most
that.
likely it's going to be fine.
We've also seen some welcome mats. People have them out there. Again, I don't know if that gets in the way for the stateroom attendants. So I don't know about that. But sometimes people will either leave it outside their door, or I've even seen it like whenever you go into people's rooms and then their welcome mat is there. So that's pretty cute. Again, I don't know how you guys are packing so much stuff.
But I've seen walking down a hallway in the last night with people with like 7 or 8 bags. So
Yeah,
you could have a
that's
whole
true.
bag for door decorations if you really wanted to. If you have a
It's
whole
like
bag
so
for
much
shoes,
time to put up.
but it's fun if
crazy.
you like
Yeah,
it,
if
right?
that's, like, what
the
you're
whole
wanting
thing.
to do,
Imagine
that's
if you have
yeah.
a whole week. You got plenty of time to decorate a door if you really want to. And one bonus thing is up lights. And these are little lights. We personally don't like the ones that plug into the wall. We like the ones that charge. we don't use these outside of our door. We use them inside our room. We've made videos about like how to make a spicy environment inside your room, but in this video, we just wanted to add it. They make the most massive difference in a room. And it's, I think, if you're going to decorate your door, might as well buy 2 of these lights to make the inside of your room awesome as well. So we'll have those in that link down below. But they're so much fun, and they're so portable. They last a long time. And also, if you're going to have like a spicy night, they really change the environment, and you can bring them to someone else's. Like they're awesome. So we'd highly recommend. I think I could have anything like a whiteboard, pictures of you, and some uplights. I feel like are the 3 things that like could change the most with the least amount of effort.
And he's saying uplights, it's really just like a portable light. Usually it's used for photography that you can change different colors. So the ones that we have will cycle, like you could just make it really any color out of the rainbow, or it will go through different colors like a fade, like a rainbow fade. And it really does just completely change everything. We also, again, you can watch our other videos that go into how to create that spicy environment or how to decorate your room, but we also bring a small, it looks like an astronaut light that will go up to the wall, and that really changes the vibe. And these tiny little disco lights, and all of these are chargeable, or they are used with like USB charge, so you can just like plug it into anything that has a USB, which they do have on the ships. And the little disco lights are really fun too, because they are tiny and they are a voice or like a music activated, so it'll kind of change a little bit. But yeah,
there is some ideas, like I said, with door decorations, it's kind of what your mind can come up with. The most important thing is just doing what makes you happy, what makes you have fun, what you enjoy doing together. If you don't want to decorate, don't decorate. But if you want to, I said, you can go from something as easy as a little magnet that takes 2 minutes to put up the whole door, or you can go elaborate like some of the stuff we talked about. So yeah, I hope that was able to help you guys get some ideas, but we'll go ahead and jump into Bella and Jase's
weekly obsessions. What are your weekly obsessions this week, Rooney Dooney?
I have 2. One is, I like this new song by Alex Warren called Fever Dream. It's fun. I don't know, what kind of music is that? Is it just pop music?
Yeah, I'd say it's pop.
I don't know, but we watched the music video and it was pretty fun, but I really like the song. Like, I feel like it's really catchy, especially the chorus. That's the part that really gets me. So that's one, is Fever Dream by Alex Warren. My other one is Blackpink just released an EP called Deadline. Ooh. And I'm really, really obsessed with that. The first song on it is Jump, which came out, I think it was last July. I think we were at Naughty and Nolans when that song came out. And I've been obsessed with Jump. And then now we got 4 more songs on this like short little EP, and I'm obsessed. Like, I love the entire, like every song I love. I think Jump is still my favorite, but then what's up, Me and My Girls?
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
Jace gets so hyped when Me and My Girls comes on. It's so good.
I love that song. There's one called Go that's awesome. I mean, the whole album, and it kind of all has a little bit of a different feel.
Yeah.
And we were talking, I love Blackpink because they did all their stuff together, and then they've had these solo careers, but still continually make music together while doing their solo stuff as well. And they're also collaborating as solo artists, but then coming together as Blackpink. It's really fun, and I'm obsessed. So that's my obsession.
That's a great obsession. One of my obsessions this week is the show Traitors.
Ooh, yes.
I haven't watched it before. It's currently, or well, the one that just finished was season 4. And honestly, I started watching it because I saw Rob from Love Island, Rob Roush, the snake wrangler Rob. I love him. He is so sexy. And I saw he was on there, and I was like, okay, I kind of want to watch it. And Maura is on there too.
That's
from
how
Love
you
Island.
roped me in. Maura was in it.
Yeah.
And you were like, and you were doing my nails before like Bliss Cruise or something like that.
And we needed something to watch, something easy.
And you're like, hey, Maura's in this show.
I was like, you want to watch it?
I think that's how you tempted me.
It's like it's a reality show, game show type thing, and
Feels like Clue,
yeah. So there's like Clue,
or like
there
an
are
Agatha Christie. Now it's like a whodunit type feel. I don't know
I
how to
guess
describe it.
basically it's a bunch of people who are in the house. I think there's maybe like 25 contestants at first, and they're all somewhat famous. You know, I would say like D-list.
Some are more famous
celebrities.
than others.
Yeah, and there are contestants that are called faithfuls and contestants that are called traitors, and they are assigned at the beginning of the show. So then you know who each contestant is, right? And so they have to work together to figure out who the traitor is, and then the traitors are working together basically to also like vote out other people. And I am loving it. I think we're only on episode 7 or something, 6 or 7 right now, and it's getting pretty juicy. There was like a pretty good twist right there, and I really like the characters or the people on there. Colton from Bachelorette is also on there. From The Bachelor. I think he's also on The Bachelor, right? Oh my gosh, Stephen Coletti back in from Laguna Beach, and he was an actor in One Tree Hill. He's on there. He's kind of quiet though, but I used to. Oh my God, he was one of. I was obsessed with him. I loved him. He was one of my big crushes when I was 14 years old. My other obsession is I started making this thing called boosted beverages. Okay. I was on TikTok or Instagram Reels or wherever on the internet, and I saw this guy make these videos and he calls it stacked water. And he basically makes these drinks and he puts different things in them to make it like a bit more hydrating. So he'll put electrolytes in there and collagen and different, like he'll blend fruit and put purees in there, and then it makes this stacked water. He calls it stacked water. And I'm making my own, and I'm calling it a boosted beverage because I'm looking through his comments, and so many people are like, it's not water, you're basically making juice, blah blah blah, that's a smoothie. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm calling it a boosted beverage. So I've been making those lately, and I've been having so much fun. Usually we always make our own liquid IVs, like a hydration drink every morning, and we would drink it. But now I'm just adding a little bit more random stuff to it. So it'll be like today I made one I'm calling it a strawberry marshmallow dream. Wait, strawberry marshmallow dream cloud boosted beverage. Oh, you know what I want to get? I want to get like the sparkly, the sparkly glitter, edible glitter, and make it like a elixir.
I always thought that was crazy when people used edible glitter in their drinks.
I'm doing it. I want to be pissing and shitting glitter.
That's wild.
But so my recipe today was, if you're interested, I don't care if you're not interested, I'm going to tell you anyway. I have
hope that
water.
If you're this far in, maybe you're interested.
Yeah, I bet so. If the people who are wanting to listen to weekly obsessions, they want to know what we're obsessed with, right? Because I think that we turn people on to other things that they might like it becomes their obsessions.
Yeah.
The amount of people who have emailed us and saying like, oh, but do you have like a playlist of the music that you recommend and things like that?
Or books.
So yeah, books. Like people really, TV shows. So I think you guys like it. And if you don't, sorry, it is our podcast. Okay, my recipe today for my strawberry marshmallow cloud dream boosted beverage is water, and my electrolyte mix is potassium chloride. Potassium, is that right?
It's potassium.
Potassium. Wait,
I don't know if
is potassium chloride? Is that like the poison? It's
know.
whatever. Okay.
It's potassium.
Potassium, and then we have sodium, potassium. Oh my God. I'm just going to take this away. Wait.
You have light salt, which is like a salt that has less sodium and a little bit more potassium, and then potassium, and then vitamin C, and then a little bit of sugar because you need sugar to make those things work. And now you can continue.
Yeah, that's it. That's because Jase always makes that part in the morning. And I never read it. I just scoop it in. Okay, so I use that, and then it's like a mix of that, and then I use this Hawaiian Punch marshmallow cloud flavoring, like drink mix, and then I put some protein powder that I mix together with water, and it kind of makes it a little bit, I guess, creamy without using dairy or milk or almond milk. And then I blended up some frozen strawberries and strained that, and then lots of ice and some more water. And it's so yummy. It's really good, and it's hydrating, and it's just like it's a boosted beverage.
Nice. They taste pretty good. I tried yours. I don't like to sip on stuff like that as long, but I get the appeal. So I'm glad that you enjoy it.
And it's a big cup. It's like 42 ounces. So
Yeah.
I really be getting hydrated.
It's all glass, the cup, which makes me nervous. I don't like all
Why?
glass. I don't know. I feel like I could just tip over and it would just bust and go in a trillion pieces.
No. But you drink yours out of a glass cup.
But not something I sip on all day. I
I
drink
see.
mine in like a minute and a half and then
It's
put it
not
away.
all day. but then I will refill it. No, but then like my other water, I'll just drink out of
I
my
don't think you
Owala.
finished that until at least 8 o'clock last night.
No, that was because we left to
Well,
go.
right now it's 1
to-
o'clock and it's only halfway done.
Yeah, but I made it at like 11.
Okay.
Anyways, that's our obsessions, and thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and hit you guys to the outro.
Bye.
If you'd like to support the show, you can leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to our podcast. All our information will be listed in the show notes below and on our website, fourplay.com. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we make videos and vlogs about the swinging lifestyle. Head to fourplay.com/YouTube to watch and subscribe. We have the ultimate adult party game for the sexually inclined called Foreplay the Game that's both digital and physical. It's perfect for breaking the ice and spicing up any party. You can find more information at foreplay.com/games. We also have the best swinger lifestyle, kinky, and adult humor clothing and accessories that you can find at foreplay.com/shop. If you're looking to plan a lifestyle destination, booking through our links at foreplay.com/travel really helps support the show and helps us be able to continue to create this type of content for you. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and more. You can find all our current social media accounts at foreplay.com/socials, and I have an OnlyFans, which you can find at onlyfans.com/BellaLunaVIP. We also have a Facebook group and Discord community and would love for you to join us. You can find the direct links in the show notes below. Lastly, we're on STC and Cassidy at Foreplay, and you can get a free full membership trial by using our link. You can email us at hello@foreplay.com with any questions or comments, or head to foreplay.com/ask. Again, all our information will be listed in the show notes below, and we thank you so much for listening to our podcast. See you in the next one. Bye!